recover on their CT. That's the harder side. By the time they recovered, it was a little too late. Endpoint winning the knife, though, on Complexity's pick, which means they'll start CT side unless they're crazy, Scriv. And they don't strike me as the type of people that are crazy.
No, I mean, definitely impressing out of the gate, right? I think we talked about it in the pregame, and I think it is fairly obvious. You do not have to be a tactical genius, a mastermind of Counter-Strike to figure out that this is a real tough matchup for Endpoint. And yet they look really, really good. I think they can be happy with the way that the first map went. Now Nuke, I feel, is going to be a very different story. Sure, they're starting off on the CT side, but still, it's going to be a real hard time here. You would expect Complexity have got a hell of a T side prepared as well. One of their more comfortable maps, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see. Endpoint, maybe, you never know. The confidence that they've got from Vertigo and how well that went for them, despite losing, right? It's still not perfect, but it's better than we expected, and they might just bring a bit of that sauce to this map here as well. And the CT side is a really good place to start. If they started on the T side, I don't think I would be saying this as much, but the CT side, it definitely is a bit more forgiving when you're a little less prepared for the map. Hearing those glorious ticks, though, getting into the action. The pistol going to get started, and we'll see what Endpoint have got.
Is it going to be all armor? Who's going to be the kit man if they want it? Robin strikes me as the type of man to buy the kit, if I've been paying attention. I haven't been. It is going to be all armor anyway. I figured they'd go for a bit more of a brawly approach, saying they are not going to let Complexity plant the bomb, because if they do, Endpoint may be in some trouble. Going to be rushed for the retake. Crucial. Shots through the smoke. A couple will land on Rush. The Complexity safely get down vents. The bomb will make an appearance. Can Thomas hold them back? No smoke from Complexity. Thomas knows Rush is coming, wins that fight. Can he double in and find a second? Yes, he can. The bomb is down, and a third from Thomas. Poison gets shut down. 4 from the man. Give him the ace. Crucial. Let him know what is up. In fact, they're going to give the defuse to Thomas. Endpoint go brawl style. And Thomas is ready for a fight.
Hell yeah. Let's get it. That's what we like to see. The pistol going their way. A bit of individual prowess as well. Thomas, I talked about it, I think, when I was first on the Home Sweet Home Cup way back when. And he is one of the untapped talents, I think, of the UK scene, and you see a bit of it flashing through there in that round. Bomb plant does come in, though. Complexity gonna go for the half buy. Buying a few deagles, a scout in play for Poison, but they are looking to get the rifles out as early as possible, but also keep the pressure on, so... And half and half here. Early tag coming in. Oh, Crucial gets the kill through Poison. I think, no, it's through the floor, and then Poison takes him down. That's a bit unfortunate. I'm sure he would have loved to kill Poison, to be honest, and then he would have been okay, but... They kill in unison, it seems like, there. And it's difficult to tell who comes out on top.
Careful. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. Headshots galore. No head armor for Complexity. The bomb plant will secure a buy in this coming round. Endpoint off to a similar start as Vertigo, but they have to be careful not to lose one too many players. As you know, Obo's coming back for seconds. It might not look good, but he loves seconds, Scriv. And he gets handed it. Thomas is gone. M4 hits the dirt. Both players are weak. Don't tell me this is doable from Obo. Oh. He finds a third, and it's just Mighty Max, and he's on the opposite side of the map. 15 seconds. Obo has to go to A. Is he going to check second vent? Will he think about it? No. But man, is that expensive.
Yeah, to be honest, shouldn't really be happening. And yet here we are. Things like this you can't really do much about, but, you know, Surreal. Nice burst play coming in, right? It should be all said and done. Oh, goodness me, though, Obo. just don't give him the fights. I think the first guy goes down, cool, but then they get a bit ahead of themselves, right? It's like once you've got the info in, and you know he's just got a deagle. I suppose there's trying to trade it maybe, but it's a really tough angle. I don't know. Depends on the cut of your jib, I suppose, as they say. Depends on what kind of player you are, right? Whether you like to play super safe, or whether you feel like your teammate might get a bit annoyed at you for not trading, blah, blah, blah. It's all good, but at the same time, it's super expensive. So is it all good? It's the best of a bad situation, really, winning that round, to be honest.
Doesn't make your errors not errors, I suppose. Huh,
right.
Script? We'll see if Endpoint can run a tight ship, if they can patch those leaks. Because, you know, complexity will take advantage of that. Forcing the ramp player back. They picked a spot that obviously Thomas loves to play, and he's the one with the UMP. I love how he's the one that gets punished with the SMG, as he's the one that lost the M4. So they say, you know what, Thomas, you get a UMP. Complexity. Look to bring it back to the A site. There's a player up in rafters. That's Robin. Surreal's going to be playing back site. And as they round the corner, Robin gonna get the trade. They know where he is, though. Immediately traded out. 3v3. The nade may be off the mark, but Mighty Max is lurking about. Coming in through HUD. I don't think he expected this. Quick, but Oboe! His flick! The speed of sound. I mean, maybe that's a bit over-exaggerating. But hey! Sound isn't as fast as the speed of light. As Crucial's going to try to come back in. Will finally put down Oboe. Rush gets caught sleeping. And the bomb's planted for Blame, well, the front side of Silos. So it's kind of planted for Blame F. He needs to start making noise here soon. They're going to get on it. Thomas has a kit. I think that's that.
Yeah. Kind of banking on the fact that maybe they were tapping it, or maybe... I feel like, though, when he hears the smoke, he has to get going, right? Even if it's a 10-second defuse, it's a bit tough, because at best, he's giving them 6 or 7 seconds to work with there. But it would have been awfully tight for him walking the whole way if they didn't have a kit. So, almost, again, very costly for Endpoint, coming all the way down to the wire, but they're able to buy up into this relatively cleanly. Complexity, once again, going for the half buy. Config, just insanely quick. Crucial. He was blinking, that's why he missed it. That was the timing that worked against him. He took a blink and unfortunately died while his eyes were shut. So, what can you do? 4 versus 3. Still looking good for Endpoint here. They're all stacked up. Rushdo coming in from behind. Absolutely massive. It looked like he was one of them, to be honest. He gets a 2k with the deagle, and he's turned it all around. How has he snuck in? How has that happened? I do not believe it, Endpoint. They've given such a big opportunity across.
Surreal in the open in a one and done spot. He gets double peeked. Ooh, his shot to the M4, it hasn't been fair. Config will put him down. Blame F is fighting. This is the fight he wants, but he can't clean it up. Both players will sprint in retreat. 35 seconds now for Blame F to work with. I'm always off the mark, Scriv. They're going to walk right into each other. As Thomas gets good timing. Beautiful.
Easy stuff. It's all good. I always add, like, or thereabouts on the end of it, you know? Trying to save the bacon, but... yeah, this... once again, comes very, very close for Endpoint, but they get their 4th on the board. Complexity has yet to get the best of them. Coming awfully close. And the thing is... as soon as they do get the best of them, there's going to be no economy available at all for Endpoint with how close these half buys are coming. Constant pressure. No breathing room at all for Endpoint. They are sweating round after round after round. Big flash comes in. A lot of damage there from Mighty Max, but not able to find any frags. He will go down on the UMP. Robin locked out at mini here. Oh, the Molotov spreads to him as well, so that's going to confirm the fact that he is there. Bomb will go down. Surreal will fall pretty quickly alongside the bomb. and a 5-on-3, and a call to save comes in for Endpoint. So there you are. Complexity, they finally break the back. They get their first round.
Not only do they get their first round, Scriv, but they do it with 5 alive. That secures an extra rifle round. So it means Endpoint are going to have to fight back-to-back rifles while they don't have money of their own. It's going to put them in a really, really weird situation, making this next round necessary to keep Complexity back. If they lose this next round, Complexity will be at 3 before rifles come back out for them. Endpoint, you keep 3 alive, you typically buy. That's kind of the rule of thumb. Plus, it's a double save for Surreal. So it should be a buy for Endpoint regardless. They've put themselves in a little bit of a pickle. Again, by their own fault of letting the pistol round... Well, they won pistol, but then letting the rounds following pistol round be as close and as expensive. It's only themselves to blame.
Crucial, trying to spray on through. A bit of aggression coming in here from Endpoint, though. Mighty Max gets 1. Thomas gets 2. They are dealt with, but not before the damage is done. And Robin looking to get aggressive himself. Blame F going to go walking into Mini. Gets spotted out, but can Crucial win the fight? That is the real question here. Blame F is confident. Goes charging forwards. Going to take a second, readjusts, swings out, and picks up Crucial. 2 versus 2 now. Robin. Looking to find where Blame F disappeared to. So very unsure of himself. Blame F will come out at the perfect time, of course. Easy pickup. And it's all onto Surreal, who, of course, on that aforementioned pistol. So, not ideal. They're going to rush down towards B as well here on the Complexity side of things. He has got his work cut out. A smoke and a 5-7. They are kind of split up here, to be fair. So, isolate fights. Config, though, eventually, 3rd time is the charm. Gets him with the peak. And a 2nd round on the board for Complexity.
Well, Endpoint have done it. They've put themselves in that weird situation. It is thankfully only 1 save, but as mentioned, Complexity put themselves up to 3. That's granted. Crucial's Deagle doesn't absolutely bop him out of the server, but I don't like his on-scriv, I'll be honest. As much as I do like rooting for an Endpoint member, because I am a biased caster, Scriv. I cannot push the envelope any further, at least not this round.
That's fair. Unfortunately, yeah. Have to be a realist from time to time. Really taking their time here, though, on the Complexity side, though. Really like this setup. Doesn't quite work out for the kill. Frag goes in, and although it is deep, it does plenty of damage. The fragmentation will take down Surreal. Crucial going to fall pretty quickly as well, and the A-hit going to come in here. Bit of a fake outside, so we might see a bit more of that. And Blame F, you know, is on the other side of things. Mighty Max, unfortunately, dealt with, as he did, I think, catch Config off guard. Thomas creeping in here with the CZ. Nothing coming his way, though. So, looks like it'll be a 3rd round on the board for Complexity, and probably quite cleanly here as well. I feel like as soon as Thomas peeks into this, he's a goner. He's a dead man. Yeah. Shows the shoulder and then just bolts straight out of there. Gonna take his CZ into the next round, I guess.
Again, Complexity not punished economically, though, Scriv. 5 alive. Basically, every time you keep 5 players alive and they all have rifles in their hands, it's another round. It's another buy round. It makes your CT side that much more difficult. Obviously, Complexity didn't have much choice there. I would have liked to seen them all commit and die, though. It's not like Complexity are going to make money off of you. You might as well try to hurt their money, because now they're kind of giggling. They're set up for tons of success. Don't even need to break out the op yet. They're going to keep rocking with the rifles. The op comes out for Crucial, and he's going to be heading towards ramp for a pick. We'll see if Complexity give anyone a chance of getting picked, if anyone heads that way. A pretty standard start from Endpoint. One mini, one site, one heaven. Op goes towards ramp. And they do have actually Crucial pushing in towards Secret. So he runs all the way through. They'll leave Thomas alone at ramp with a molly. Keep in mind, no kits. And just look at the utility. It's going to be hard for Thomas to hold this. Has to jiggle, must drop his molly. Instead, he waits. He wants to hear the footsteps. He knows he has to be timid, because that molly could come in clutch later.
Roll towards ramp, towards B. Thomas, out in no man's land. Got to win these fights. He gets one, but traded back. Crucial as well. Gooshed out and forced off the angle. Max is around at decon. Plant coming in. Door opens. He's trying to spot someone. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. Didn't want to swing for it either initially. Blame F, meanwhile, on the backside. Drops Robin, and now is another thing for the CTs to deal with. Flash will come in towards decon. Config gets aggressive, loses the fight against Max. And Obo goes down on ramp. So into a 3 versus 2 with Poison kind of being isolated here. Will be traded back. Blame F, meanwhile, has crept down the vent, coming in behind. Surely they do not expect this. However, closing the door gives the game away. He manages to spray one off the bomb. They don't have a kit to work with, and flashing, spamming the door, takes out Max, takes out Crucial, clutches it up for Complexity. Will go down with the bomb, but it's a 4th on the board.
Well handled by Complexity. Scrav, we're starting to see the deadliness that is Complexity. Always posting up for the next play. Guns always ready for a good fight. And they chased that round down and made it theirs. Endpoint. Pistols. Little or no utility. Already one player gone, and Complexity have found the gap. They found the hole in the defense, and they have snuck through. Blame F just going to be playing the exit games, the bonus kill games. This is going to be Complexity taking the lead on the T side early, and on top of that, at least 2 to 3 buy rounds secured.
Oh, Blame F will go down. Oh, Config will go down. They might just be able to save some weapons across here. I think, unfortunately, Obo is watching Config's weapon, but Thomas has gotten himself a free AK. Rush got to be careful, too. He's on the hunt here. Surreal might not expect him. Don't even know if he goes towards Secret, to be fair. But they are pretty close to each other here. Surely he just checks his left in a second. No, not going to be the case. Just chilling. They're right next to each other and have no idea. And there you go. 5th round for Complexity, bit of damage done. Endpoint saving across an AK in the hands of Thomas, but now need to think about getting a round back on the boards. They have lost their lead. Their economy not in a good place in terms of the reserve, at least. So really good chance for Complexity to start running away with the game if they take this round, honestly. I think they're going to have to think about doing something a bit unorthodox, and Crucial getting aggressive ahead of the smokes. Maybe that's it, but he's been spotted. He's been tagged down incredibly low. Nade comes in. Spam comes in. He goes down. They were fully prepared for that.
Wow. Complexity not caught off guard at all. They're not caught sleeping, Scriv. They're wide awake. They are playing some clean Counter-Strike. Very trade-based, leading Blame F towards outer yard to clean up kills and find the late rotators. He's done a good job of this so far. And just timing was great. Surreal just wins the fight. Op picked up. Complexity will get 6 on their T side. 5 is the number they want. Anything past this is just bonus. And they're gonna hunt. They can lose all these guns. They don't care. They take these away from Endpoint, they are going to be limping in the next round.
Yeah, it's definitely spiraled here, I think. But what can you do? What can you do? Nuke is such a good map here for complexity, and it is showing. Obo in with the 2 kills at the end will eliminate all the weapons of Endpoint. 6-4. Thomas has got cash. He might purchase something up here. He's also on 11 frags, so there you go. Top fragger. Hell yeah. Individually doing well, but unfortunately the team not converting as much. And you kind of have to argue some of those kills are in rounds that they've already lost, you know, deagles and tail end kind of situation. On to another pistol half buy. Thomas does indeed purchase up a little bit more than the rest of his teammates, but nothing to write home about here. Complexity have kind of struggled against these buys in the past, but still generally tend to convert them.
Hold on. Robin has an AK. Well, had an AK. Thomas. When the deagle swiftly dealt with, just crucial now. But he does have armor behind his deagle. Perhaps there's a chance for him to find a kill or 2. Maybe. He'll try. Give the old college try. Into hut, where he'll slowly walk on up. Complexity, I love this from them. They're just, why move? He'll come to us, they say, and they may end up being right, because Crucial's patience is wearing thin. He needs information. He needs to know what's what. Obo peeks, and Obo finds him. 7 complexity, all icing on the cake, all bonus rounds. Endpoint, can they clean up? Will the Oppa Crucial in this round make a difference? And can they hold off the initial wave for complexity that sets up their mid-round calls that typically wins them the rounds?
All right, let's get it. Endpoint looking to make the 2 AWPs work, but it'd be easier said than done. Complexity being a very formidable opponent for sure. Config tagged up early on, so that's a little something that is working in their favor here on the Endpoint side of things. A little bit of a slow take outside. The executes coming in. Complexity have really picked up the pace, I think, in these past few rounds. We're seeing some very early outside executes, actually. Player trying to make his way up towards heaven in the form Config. He will drop down. He will pick up Surreal. He gave his position away, so looking pretty good. Mighty Max, though, will trade back Poison, so it's still being kept nice and interesting. Config on high, Crucial over at the secret stairs needs to be very careful indeed. Rush, meanwhile, pick up Mighty Max, who I think was on a bit of a flank. Flame F. Oh, okay, actually goes down. They must have known, you know, that each other were there. Maybe he landed a flick. You would have thought he would have that dead to right. It's not the case. It's Config, though, who has to strike. Robin's watching his position for now. Timing going to be absolutely everything. They push out. He picks up both of them. So there's that. Config does trade him, but not before he's done the damage. 30 seconds left. Config, once again, after the earlier damage that he had taken, is left on 55 HP. So this is definitely doable here, Keith.
He's going to be looking for the 1v1. It's going to be against Crucial. Hand removed. Does he expect this player towards heaven? He does! Oh. Config will clutch. How many times have I said that, Scriv, when we commentate complexity? It feels like it happens a minimum of twice per match with complexity, where Config has to pill around out of his hat, even though he's not the type of guy to wear a hat. But, wow. Unreal headshots. That was a 4K for him. And you know Thomas thought he had him dead to right.
Goddamn. Goddamn, they're going to go in for a fast round this time. Super confident stuff. Oh my goodness, 1 kill comes in for Endpoint. The round is over in 10 seconds. Complexity on with their 9th. They got stuff to do, Keith. They want to be out of here, you know. They want their spot in the semis, and they just want to go grab some lunch, you know. They are looking to clean up house. Another buy for Endpoint, though. I guess the buy comes faster, and they don't have to sit around and just wait for a bit of an inevitable loss in that round. Happens nice and quick. Rip the band-aid off nice and fast. 1 for 1 so far. Another fast round coming in from Complexity. This time a little less successful, right? It's 4 versus 4. Poison's left low. Config drops down. Config gets a free kill. And it will now be an advantage for Complexity.
Mighty Max. Trying to lock down the site. Good 2 kills. HP advantage is in Complexity side, but Surreal can have the drop here. He has the timing. Does he capitalize? Because the longer he takes, the more time this player in Heaven has to shift around, config, and clear things out. Plus, the more Complexity figure out that, yeah, they push through lobby. They're probably sitting on top of our bomb. That sucks. That's not good. So Complexity going to attempt to retake lobby, but Surreal's playing such a long game. He's going to let Robin fight to his death and ramp. Even if Robin gets 1, it's perfect. Because how do you clear out Surreal? As Robin looks to fight, config, gonna chase him back. And Robin's forced out. Now, you might be able to pick that bomb up through the wall. You used to be able to. I think they patched it. So you can't pick it up through the sheet metal door anymore. Surreal drops the bomb once again, tucks back into his wall. Obo has to face. Obo's dinked. Well done by Surreal, whose M4, may I say, has been clean.
He's looked so good with it on this map. Did pretty decently well on the previous as well, to be honest. So, really nice to see. There are things to build upon, in all honesty. Yeah, so Surreal top fragging on Vertigo as well, actually. 17 kills, so really good stuff from him. Across the course of the series, another fast round coming in, though, to finish the half here. And now, not this time, Complexity. Endpoint are ready. They will mow them down straight into the meat grinder. Fool me once. And all that good stuff. Blame F will be the only one left here in a 1 versus 5. So, Endpoint might just have been given a bit of an olive branch towards the end, picking up a couple rounds. But 9 rounds on the T side of Nuke should be more than enough for Complexity to clean this up. But we'll see. Maybe Blame F can do something incredible. Oh. Surreal playing with fire. Ah, never mind. Takes him down. Wallbangs him, of course. And there you go. 6th round on the board for Endpoint. And a flawless one to finish it off with. Very nice. But 9 in a row for Complexity. So definitely a tough time. It is safe to say.
Another CT side Striv that started well, but again, economically shot themselves in the foot. And Complexity run away with it. Endpoint. Again, I don't think... I mean, we haven't seen their T side here yet, but their CT side seemingly cannot hang on to Complexity's firepower. The way they take map control, they systematically got picked apart. Now, their T side is going to be hard being down 9-6. It all starts with Pistol, building that early buffer. But even when they win Pistol, seemingly, they can't build the economy, so hopefully that changes for them. Pistol... a good place to start as Thomas looks to come towards ramp. Poison is here. USP baiting for the player behind boxes. There's no way they're going to expect a third person to be here. They do clear him out, but Poison, Rush, everyone getting kills left, right, and center. Robin, 1v3, has to deal with Rush and Poison, both with 2 kills apiece. One of them may walk away with third. Robin has no utility, no armor. Into a headshot angle against USP's. Good luck. And being flanked. Yeah. And gone. 10 for Complexity. Endpoint. No plant. Perhaps he leads to a force buy here. Or they full save into a buy and just lack a little bit of utility. I'm cool with that too. And it seems like that's the path they'll choose.
Yeah. Path of least resistance, I guess. Trying to employ a little bit of the economic smarts. Big nade damage. Coming through, however, Poison on the A1S, nice and crisp. Will run out of ammo, so has to swap across to the USP, and now needs to be careful that he's low. Ideally, don't want anyone to go down here. Never mind, he will find 4 frags. Eco frags, but frags nonetheless. An 11th round in for Complexity, and now Endpoint. Very early on into this second half, feeling the burn, feeling the pressure, feeling the game slipping away from them slightly. So, moving on to the AKs. Bit of utility, but like you say, it is lacking in places. However, I think they've got enough to work with here. We'll see what they've got. And this is a good chance where there's 2 MP9s and an auto shotty for them to make a decent effort at winning the first rifle round. Oh, no. Okay, Robin manages to get both of them. That could have gone horribly wrong. It's actually gone perfectly for Endpoint. He was quick switching randomly, but it's all good. The CS gods were looking over him today, and he manages to ultimately solidify the round. But the rest of the boys coming in as well. It's all on to Blame F.
Well, there we go. Guns come out, Scriv. The AKs make their presence known. Robin is someone I've been impressed with all series long. Thomas, of course, thrown in that same mix. And they have forced Complexity out. But I am curious as to the math in my head. $1,900 or $1,400. I think it's just a pistol buy from Complexity. They might speak out a buy, just maybe Scriv, but I think they're just going to err on the side of caution. Put Blame F in a frag heavy spot, maybe top hunt with the M4, see if you can't get some freebies. But to me, Complexity's correcting me as a team to err on the side of caution. I suppose Blame F could drop configs to get full utility. They may elect to buy, and that's what they'll do. So Blame F does drop, and they will buy. I'm very surprised by this. I'm going to be honest. I see why they're buying, but at the same time, I think a half buy and try to get the op out in Poison's hands early might have been a better plan of attack. But hey, it's Complexity, and they're confident, so they're going to take the risk.
Yeah, I mean, definitely been paying off for them the vast majority of the time, right? But it's a really good opportunity here for Endpoint to claw their way back in. Still a tough ask, still a bit of a monumental climb here on the T side of things, but ultimately fought fire with fire in the previous round, and it really did work for them. I think Complexity, the thing is, you can tone aggression down, right? They certainly were getting in the face of their opponents. If their passive setups weren't working, and then they went aggressive, and that didn't work, that's when you start to worry. But I think if they're taking a bit of initiative and it doesn't work, they, like I say, can turn it down. They can change it up a bit. And that's what they've gone for in this round. And now, as you can see, Endpoint, a minute has gone, and they've not really gained any ground. They try to gain ground. It's straight into Poison. They have to check all the angles. Crucial. Just get the trade back in. Surreal, though. No lurk today, sir. Blame F as well, the next port of call, and they're just not quite together. Crucial is not in position to trade that frag. And it will be a 4 versus 2 coming in with the bomb down and the rotations in. Not looking good for Endpoint.
Not looking the best. No utility in these post-plant script makes this oh so difficult. Means it's going to be an aim fest. Robin has to deal with 3 players coming from double doors. Yeah, good luck. Crucial in dark may be able to help and alleviate some pressure. He's going to have to do some work. As Robin backs up, gets spotted. Good flash. He's down. Crucial banged out by Rush. 12 for Complexity. Endpoint. Bomb planted. The lost bonus completely not gone. It'll be another full buy. And look for Config to drop an op to Poison. Perhaps. No. Surprised, because every time I watch Complexity play Nuke, they like prioritizing the op for Poison. He seemingly does work with it. But not yet. They feel they don't have to. Endpoint, of course, as I mentioned, plant, lost bonus, full buy. Gonna keep Complexity honest, keep them on the straight and narrow. And Crucial would have loved an opening pick, but it doesn't seem like he'll find one.
Bit tough. Maybe if he'd have pulled the trigger slightly earlier. But that, of course, the nature of the gameplay. Meth once again going for this smoke here. Does love it. Oh, they've got to be careful. I think they're kind of savvy to the fact that he plays above it. So not really going for the wide swings. Not trying to fight, not trying to contest. Oboe, though, through the smoke, gets a quick headshot onto Crucial. That's painful. That's a real kick in the teeth, and he leaves Surreal on 5 HP. Oboe, an absolute monster through the smoke, and there's just nothing they can do because he's only crisping off a 5 or 6 round burst. And he's able to just escape. Poison, meanwhile, has gotten aggressive into lobby. So much info here. Thomas watching the wrong side. Peeks out, gets taken down. And into a 5-on-3 with the super low HP Surreal, the slightly low HP Robin. This is looking good for Complexity.
Little worrying. Still a chance for Endpoint to pick this round up. They have positioning, they have bomb, but I think they're just going to retreat to CT and save. I don't know. I guess forcing this is going to be the call. One pop flash. Will Rush dodge it? Can Oboe not be blind by it? 8 seconds. Config taps one of them as they fall. Moneymax has to take the plant. No support as Surreal had to throw the flash. 13 for Complexity. Endpoint have been halted. They've been stopped without the plant. You could tell that plant was huge. It would have secured a buy. Instead, they will be stopped. That's not even fair from Oboe. Didn't even seem right. Complexity up to 13 now. Scriv 14 because obviously Endpoint can't buy. And I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to Complexity, which I think is fair to do.
Oh, Flame F getting aggressive this time around. You can see why. Clean double spray down. A triple in total. And it will be a 4 versus 2. Robin and Crucial to pick up the pieces. But they're so confident right now on the Complexity side of things. It's just not going to happen. 14-7, Endpoint with a monumental task ahead of them. They indeed picked up a nice round, but Complexity are very quickly able to bounce back and just keep the ball in their court, as it were. Being greedy with it. They ain't playing nice. They're playing dirty. Throwing sand in the face of Endpoint before they go for the serve, and it's making all the difference, as you can see. Got the AWP out for Poison as well this time around. Config, super aggressive, will actually get taken down. Surreal robs him of the frag, reacts quickly, and suddenly this looks like a very doable situation if Endpoint are able to capitalize. Bit of a lineup here for Surreal. Been doing his homework as well as his DMs. And there you go.
A execute in full swing. Rush not spotted yet. 1. Can he get 2? No, Surreal so low on HP. Rush just gets caught sleeping a little bit. Oboe wide awake. Pushing forward. Thomas off the mark. Bomb is dropped. Oboe, did he mask the sound dropping top hut? No. Crucial knows. But are they ready for Poison? Did they overlook this one? Poison knows the other player was front sight. Scoping. Hoping. Crucial. Dancing around, but Poison connects the shot. 2K for him in the round. Complexity get to 15 match series point. And Scriv. Do you remember the score of the first map?
16-12, I want to say, off the top of my head.
Okay, never mind. It was 16-11. 16-11, and I was wrong. I said we wouldn't see double digits. We won't on Nuke. We did on Vertigo. So I stand corrected. As Poison looks to go aggressive this round, and Complexity, ooh, overstepping and put into their place, or at least back into their lane, which, I mean, does it matter? The fact that Rush does that with an M4, Config coming up from Secret, that's free. Thomas and Robin get caught out on the flank. Oboe hears it. How aware is he? And it's Thomas, the last man standing for Endpoint. A 1v3 to keep Endpoint going. They had their moments. They looked great on T-side Vertigo. Their CT side of Nuke was starting to shape up. But just too far gone in both maps. Too hard to make the comeback. I'd like to see Thomas do this as he grabs the bomb, but the odds, Scriv, do not seem to be in his favor. There's a player even pushing in lobby, so Thomas has to be very decisive as to where he would like to go. It looks like he is considering crossing secret, and Rush is in mini. They're gonna fight. Rush will take him out. 16-7 for complexity. All our predictions were correct. We all had complexity, and can you blame us? But there are some silver underlinings for Endpoint Tea Time that I think, you know, they're worth talking about.